Welcome back, all you wonderful case entrepreneurs out there, to another tremendous day of CS2 Case Market Coverage. We're going to be jumping right into this because we're not waste your time or your money with the snake bite case. It has not moved since the last video, still at 37 cents. The clutch case has went up 1 cent from the last video, up to 70 cents now. And the CS20s up about 3 cents from the last video to $1.18. While these cases have still not made a full recovery to where they were before the spring sale, they've continued every day to march back up in the direction towards where they were holding. Same with these Prismas. The Prisma case might have actually went down about a cent or two from the last video, but just won't like not too long ago, earlier in the day, it was at about a buck 44. So it does just look like some off loading going down with that. Same with the Prisma 2, it's held its price exactly from the last video at about 144. So and you will see this pattern today on the market. Not a ton of movement on some cases outside of something like the shadow case, which is up roughly about 12 cents from the last video, something like that. Um, Realistically, once we're back up to this 197 range, I think I filmed in the video yesterday or a few days ago at like 180 something, 185, something like that. But anyways, back up here with the Horizon case at about 204. It's up about a cent from the last video, but expect that to climb very, very soon to 207 here to be up really about 4 cents from the last video. So pretty good movement on the Horizon case. It was at, I think, roughly about 210 uh, at the height of the sale. This one didn't get hit as hard as some other cases. Really 215 peak max around the 210 range before the sale. So we're back on our way up towards that. The Falchion case, realistically, I think may not have moved from the last video, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure. No, it was actually probably around the 240 range, so maybe up around 4 cents roughly. Uh, I'm not exactly sure in my head where that was in the video though. The revolver case, still where it's been hovering around the 340 range. We haven't been seeing too much movement on this really for a while now. It moved down slightly during the sale as we went up to the 370 range for a little while on those, but I think that's going to be a little bit longer of a climb. For whatever reason, the revolvers just don't move as fast as some other cases. But to be honest with you, I think it's just right now with the market, like sometimes with the revolver, you can see that it go down all the way to being like 2,000 listed on the market. Since it's after the sale, we've got tons of everything listed on the market. So it is going to take a slight bit of time to eat up a little bit of these cases. Really, it's the same with all these cases. We're at very, very high quantities listed for all of these. Like 27K on the horizons is stupid high. And to still hold like a very, very high price like this, just proves my point from what I would say from the older videos when I would say like, once cases reach a certain price, generally they hold somewhere around that value because even though just a few months ago these were like there was maybe like 8K listed on the market and they were like 150, even with all of these offloadings, once they've gotten up to this $2 price range, it's generally held that. Obviously, it's going to go down some with the offloadings, but once you can get through something like a sale where you're seeing a ton of offloading, uh, you can really see that, yeah, it will hold its price. So that's just something to look at, and it's really pertinent to be seen on these lower price cases. Now, moving up the line, really not a lot of movement on these cases here. Maybe a slight move back up from the Gamma 2s and the Chroma 3s. Yeah, definitely within the last day, or since the last video here. Started about $4 roughly, gonna be back over that really with just a few case buys, maybe 10 or so buys. Will be back up to 415, 420 range. And the Chroma 3s have dug themselves. I believe they were under something like under $4 just about, yeah, for a short while there. So back up over, well over the $4 range into 416 on those. Now with these a little bit of higher price cases, we've seen some slight movement up since the sale has ended, but really nothing too crazy. Something like the Vanguards have actually dropped since the last video, but I think it is just some mild offloading because anything with these low quantity listing cases, really anybody offloading anything can greatly affect the market. So I do expect us to go right back over that $5 range on that case very, very soon. The rest of these cases, like one that I wanted to mention because didn't mention it too much in the last month really is the Operation Phoenix case. This really took a large jump in late February here. Went from like 530 something all the way up to 590, and since the sale has been sitting around a recovery price here at around 570 just about, soon to be 575. So expect that case to continue moving towards the $6 range. That's one we're going to be keeping our eye on over the course of the next month. The shattered web has continued. It's stayed the same since the last video, but continued moving up from the sale up to about 616. It took a deep hit at the start of the sale, but has really just kept its movement a little stagnant right now, but generally upwards. You know, like after the first recovery of the sale, we were here at about maybe 12, 608 at points. Now still here at about 616. So it hasn't moved too much, but at least we're not seeing it fall back off. And I think over time we're going to continue seeing those get ate up. The chromas are not actually, I don't believe, this low. Yeah, they should still be moving back up probably pretty soon around where they peaked. Definitely within the next couple weeks. If we see literally 30 something odd cases get bought up here, we're going to be seeing close to those numbers. So something to keep your eye on. And yeah, don't get too much into these higher price cases. The gloves is still hovering under 11 bucks. They hit 11 before the sale, but they're likely to get back up there within a few months, I do believe. The breakout's still not hitting that $10 range. But to get there eventually, again, those are all on the track as well. But that's about it for all the movers on this video, guys. Thank you all for coming out. Let me know how you guys are feeling about the market down below. I really appreciate every single one of you for being here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.